Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel yet again. My name is Justin, this is Liquid Art Studios. It's Wednesday, so guess what? That's right, we're going to paint another model. And today we're going to be painting the She-Hulk from Abe3D over on Patreon. If you've not checked them out before, definitely make sure to give them a look, give them a little gander. They're really awesome at what they do. Anywho, I've been using the Kaleido primers pretty much since the start of this channel because it's awesome. It's some of the best primer that I've ever used. And I used a few of their paints on the last model, and Kaleido has actually, Gaahleri is the company behind Kaleido. They have decided to give us a little bit of a discount code to share with you guys, and they do have a Black Friday / Cyber Monday sale coming up. The sale actually starts on the 20th. They're going to offer some really good deals on their airbrushes and their paint sets. I'll throw up some graphics here on the screen, but on top of the discounts that they're already going to be giving, the coupon code they did want me to let you know will stack. So anytime between the 20th and the 1st, it's going to be a pretty good deal. I will post a link in the description below. If you want to check out some of their stuff, maybe pick it up off my link. Give your boy a little kickback on some of this action. I wouldn't promote it if I didn't like it. Their stuff is awesome. I bought everything of theirs that I've used so far, and I wouldn't hesitate to recommend it for a single second. So yeah, Gaahleri, thank you very much for offering us that 10% discount code, which is also in the link in the description below. We're going to finish putting a zenithal on this model, and then we're going to get into it. Well, yeah, look at that. Speak of the devil, the Kaleido acrylic gloss black. Most of their standard colors, all of their standard colors are actually gloss, but that doesn't matter. If you don't want it gloss, you can just hit it with a coat of matte and bring it back down. We're going to be using the gloss today for the base, as you just saw right then, and now we're going to come in with a gray and start painting some concrete. She's standing on looks like a pavement of sorts that's been broken, because I'm assuming she jumped from a building, possibly, and superhero landed on it anyway. We're going to take some warm gray now, and we're going to bring in some highlights into that. And now we're going to finish it up with a deck tan or a deck gray, whichever flavor you have on hand. And we're going to bring in the highlights on that. Now I'm going to grab some of the silliest putty that I can find, and we're going to go ahead and put the little, like a line, like a road, like a line you see in the road, a white line. We're going to take some deck gray, put that down. It wasn't white enough for me, so I grabbed some of this polar white and went ahead and put that stripe down, and now it looks like a road. And we're going to take a little bit of Griff Charger gray and spray that into some shadows just to add some separation, add some, some depth to the situation. So now we're going to come back with a cold black and go ahead and paint her skirt, which is terribly damaged and highly unprofessional for an attorney to be wearing in a courtroom setting. And then I took a little bit of that polar white and added it into the black to give me a gray, just to add some highlights onto this. Make sure to focus on the, the tighter areas that would be stretched a little thin to give some highlights. Now we're going to take this dark green color here, and we're going to start on the skin tones. This is going to be the base color for all the future colors that are going to stack and give us the nice highlights. I don't know if you checked out my Mystique video. You can feel free to check it out right here if you'd like to. But I think it's cool doing skin colors that are not skin colors. Like you take a blue or a green and it's the same concept, but it's cool, it's fun. It's something different, something you don't get to do all the time. So now we're going to take some of this nymph green, which is, of course, obviously a lighter green, and we're going to go ahead and add some highlights onto her skin with that. It's not so much of a highlight, it's kind of a volumetric / highlight. I do a little bit of both. I just kind of wing it. Like, I don't really have a structure. It's like whatever looks better on that particular model. Sometimes it's top down, sometimes it's volumetric. Hey, you might want to add some volumetric on the bottom half of the model. This is your model. There's no rules. Don't let anybody tell you have to do it a certain way. You do whatever you want, because this is your shit, and you're proud of it. So for instance, right here, like, I'm not just doing just straight top down. I'm doing like a volumetric thing, and I think it turned out pretty damn cool. And then we're going to take this laser green, which is almost a neon green, and I'm just going to get the tippy top of the highlights and just, the brightest parts. I think your most upward facing areas, and also the peaks of the muscles. And also, her hair is black, but it has like a little bit of a green sheen to it, so I watered the laser paint down just a little bit more and put that green vibe over the top. And I'm going to take some more of that Kaleido Gloss Black, which you can pick up at the link below using a discount code. I'd wait till the 20th though, because that Black Friday sale is going to be a banger. And go ahead and paint the shoes that she is wearing, which I assumed were a glossy, shiny black. Painting the edges on surfaces is like the bane of my existence, because it's so challenging. If anybody knows give me some tips and tricks. Leave me a comment down below as far as things I could do to paint like the edges of these shoes. What can I do to do that better? Also, if you haven't, maybe consider subscribing to the channel. I do this every Wednesday. It really helps the algorithm. And now we're going to take some regular black, not the cold black and not the gloss black, but a regular black, and paint her under bridges, we'll call them. And with that being said, we're ready to go ahead and put the skirt on the legs and put them on the base. And now we're going to come in with a deck gray and start painting her shirt, which is white, but I don't really ever like to paint things just straight solid white. Deck tan, deck gray, it's just a better alternative. It's a more realistic looking, coats a little better, which this still took about 17,000 coats, but we did eventually get there. Also, let me know. I've tried to slow the pacing down a little bit because I found that in previous videos there were points that I didn't even really have time to breathe, so I've kind of slowed it down a little bit. Let me know what you think of this pacing. You like this better or the other pacing? And now we're going to come in with this bubble white, which is kind of a bluish white color, and I'm going to just spray that over the top and add some highlights to that shirt. And then with the help of our super glue, we are ready to go ahead and put the torso on top of the hips. And we're also going to go ahead and put the arm on. One arm, not both. You'll see why. So now we're ready to paint the face. We're going to take some black and go ahead and paint the eyebrows. And then we're going to also go ahead and paint her eyelashes. Because I'm assuming she wears mascara. Is that the right thing? That the ladies wear on the top eyelid thing? Anyway, we're going to take some red and paint over the lipstick because she has a very bright lipstick on. And then we're back with the deck tan, and we're going to paint in her eyeballs. The white part of her eyeballs, which I believe is called the sclera. And then we're going to take a darker green and go ahead and paint in the iris. And then we're going to take a lighter green and cover up the majority of our darker green. And then we're going to take a little teeny tiny little black dot for the pupil. And then we're going to take just a little bit of white to add in a little bit of a highlight in the eyes. And we'll take some gloss varnish and paint that over the eyes and the lips to make them shiny. Now we're ready to put the hair on. And this model actually came with a few different pairs of glasses. I printed the wrong ones, but it's no big deal. I just cut a piece of them off to make it fit around her hair. And then I try to scoot those down on her nose as far as we can. And we'll go ahead and hit the lenses of those also with a bit of a gloss varnish to make them shiny. And now we can go ahead and pop her head on. And then take the arm and place it where the arm goes, holding the glasses ever so gently. And that's it. We're finished. That's She-Hulk. Well, everybody, if you've stuck around to the end of the video, I want to go ahead and offer you my most sincerest of thanks. I appreciate you guys watching my videos every Wednesday. It really means a lot. I'm glad some people seem to be getting some enjoyment out of it anyway. If you like what you see, go ahead and click the subscribe button. We do this every Wednesday. Maybe click the like button if you like the video. And also make sure to check out the link in the description below for Gaahleri. The Kaleido. The paint's really awesome. Their airbrushes are also going to be on sale. And it's just going to be a good time. Thank you guys. We'll see you again next week. Peace.